already had a spammer this morning. Roleplay just joined us. Yep, good morning. Well, good afternoon for you. They'll have to cook for themselves. Okay. I've got 2 harvesters right now. I just took them off of... I had them on a hired worker, so I just took them off, so... Really, I just started this field. Yeah, this is corn for our whiskey. Did it play any ads when you came in? Okay, I just wondered because it wasn't. It didn't play any. I'm watching on my other laptop, and it didn't play any on there. Well, but I don't have the other laptop. Like, I don't have it logged in my Twitch, so kind of an independent. My TV, well, when I got everything last week, I had to change my password because I never remember that, and now I've got all sorts of problems because my TV won't connect because it doesn't have the new password, but it won't kick me out to put the new password in. So.
Hell, can I?
I completely forgot I was gonna redo Nightbot too. I was gonna reprogram Nightbot.
I can't select to get into.
Because you got to get into the farm.
Oh well.
You got to join the farm.
Well,
They
I
kicked
thought I
us
did.
all out.
Well, no, it's my.
You were originally in, but when I did it as a single player, it kicked us all out.
Well, no,
it's
that's my controllers giving me fits here. Hang on, I gotta. No, that wasn't the problem. Yes, I do have to join the farm, but my buttons weren't working.
Oh.
Wait a minute. It says I'm. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there it's working. All right. Wait a minute. What do I want to get in? Oh, the grain cart, or what are you in? Must be in.
I'm in one combine, and there's another combine just sitting at the end of the field.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Camera here. Okay.
And I guess I don't care what we do. I figured I'd probably at least do the trucking because I have a kind of a foggy idea of where we're going with it.
Well, yeah. I'll oh, I should bring the grain cart over, then we can just empty at the end of a field or something. I'll do that when I get full.
Well, I can follow in it.
No.
I just have to set the speed. Let's see.
Well, don't hire a worker. No, we'll both pick corn, and then when one's full, I can go. Well, if we just put it at the end of the field, we should be able to just empty. I mean, that's how we do it. That's how we did it in real life when we didn't have drivers. Like when it was just me and my dad, my mom was still on the route, and of course my sister was not old enough. I would
We
shuttle trucks
used
back, and I would just leave the grain cart at the end, and he would dump every time, whether he was full or not. And then hopefully I'd get back from the elevator with the truck before it got full, and then I would empty into the truck and not have to necessarily stop.
Yeah, we did the same thing. Our grain cart wasn't. I don't know why my dad never had us drive it, but um,
Well,
but that's what we did.
also not all of our fields were like this where you could unload on the go. I mean, we had bottom ground, like old pasture ground that we broke out, so it's not square, or it's got all these curves and stuff, so it just you don't go in a straight line, I guess, always. And then like corn, you have to plant it the way you want to pick it, so it there wasn't always room to drive along, so you had to round in those kind of. Oh shoot, I thought I'd make a pass, and so uh when you get yourself
That's all
unloaded,
right.
I guess come
Yeah.
over, or yep. Yeah, when you're done, come over me. or when you're done, leave it. I'll hop in the tractor and go unload myself. Why don't you do that and you can keep going? Watch
Okay.
you.
It's done.
Okay.
I bought these. I was like, this is a little different than this is the next step up combine from what I'm in on that 4X map I'm playing.
So it looks like since you became affiliate, your buddies in that group aren't watching. Well, I don't know. I don't have anybody on mine, but of course this is like first time I ever like. And I'm on my second channel, YouTube, such, so I don't have the subscriber base there. Because I found out putting stuff like this on my main channel, I either lose subs or, like I said, it doesn't get any traction. It probably hurts that channel.
Yeah.
So, not gonna.
Well, I've seen the messages before.
I mean, like I said,
Why aren't you restoring motorcycles? Are you ever gonna do that again?
well, yeah, and it's like, well, there's a couple of reasons on that. I mean, one is financial, but other is just sheer time.
Yeah.
I get no, that's exactly. I'm not doing it right. I know I'm not doing it right, but I want to do what I can do.
Yeah.
Like the model building gets a little bit of traction, but it's not my core. Because and that's the thing, I don't know if I've ever truly made a video that all those people would actually watch, but I have talked about it. It's like those motorcycle restorations I did and put in, it's like they don't understand. I mean, because I filmed all that, got it all ready, and then released it when it was done. Like when I did release them, it's like I think people thought it was like in real time or something. Because I like
Yeah.
released one once a week. That was back in like 2010 or 2000. yeah, 2010, 2011, and then I released on YouTube a couple years later after Blip TV shut down. But uh, but like it took 4 months, start to finish, to do the bike and put the videos together, and that was working
Yeah.
about every night. Got the truck here. Then I know I can make down and back pass. But yeah, so I mean, 4.5 months, and I can't even remember how many hours of video. But and just now with everything and the way, well, just the way my job is different. I mean, I got homework to do. Like, yeah, I mean, I was kind of asked, it's like, "Woo, can you work on this on the weekend?" And it's not like I
My
have a deadline of Monday, but I got a deadline of, well, not just me, a bunch of people have a deadline for stuff, and I'm a key part of it, um, of next Friday, and I'm going to be expected to be, available by phone and have my computer at the ready in case someone has a question about this implementation we're doing, and they're like, "Hey, I need you to do this, or how did you do that, or why did you do this, or what, just support kind of thing." Like I get comp for it, but it's to me it's not about that. I can't get this time back.
yeah. We went from having a whole bunch of orders to we have no orders now in a like a day. There was like no notice or anything, and I don't know. I think it was my coworker engineer, not my boss engineer, who told my coworker engineer or my he told my boss that I was still upstairs. And so my boss came up to check, and he's like, "Well, you're leaving." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm leaving." I'm like, I'm not working overtime anymore, so it's like I gotta leave at a certain time, but I also have to get my 8 hours in, so because then they'd be griping that I didn't get all 8 in. I can hear someone's up.
Yeah, Tucker. Of course, that's the problem. That's why I can't work at home. I mean, very well, and that's the thing. Like I'm salaried, so I don't get overtime. But I'm asked to do things. That's the problem. I can't. If this door's closed, they'll play in the hallway, and I just
Yeah,
can't. Well, I can't concentrate on. And plus, partly is I don't have my monitor set up like I do at work, and not like it's anything special, but I just have the laptop monitor and then this large monitor. Still haven't bought a second monitor like this just for my own video editing, but um learn to workflow it. It would be nice for this streaming because I have Windows kind of locked, kind of use the um what it is, like the snapping, but like I have Windows, like I can't monitor everything I want to. I just don't have the real estate. That's why when we first started
yeah,
playing, I was like, how do I run the game in windowed mode? I don't want to be running in full screen because I got to be able to watch stuff elsewhere, and I don't have the second monitor. And here, our stream last night about the buy once cry once thing. This is where I'm crying, and I haven't even bought because literally I should buy it, and honestly it's not. I have like the for something like this YouTube money, I have funds because I'm not buying like some super duper monitor either. And it's like it's not the money deal. It's just I don't even think about it until it's like, oh yeah, it'd be nice to have that second monitor right now. And then I quit and shut down the computer and go do something else, and I don't think, oh, I should get on Amazon and buy that. So it's like I'm crying and I didn't buy it. It's like reverse cry once, buy once.
Roleplay even says it sounds like the kids are up.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, and I do have a. Well, do I have a noise gate on it? No, I do have a noise gate on this, but he was yelling up and down, and that's the thing. He's yelling because it's like he wants. Yeah, see, he wants to join, and I could let him in and such, but then he'd be in and out,
Yeah, well, and then you'd
and I
have the
didn't
other
plan
one in there.
on streaming like a long.
Yeah, then you'd have the other one in there, and then he would, he might not be as
Well,
helpful.
he'll be quiet, but the problem is he wants to sit on my lap so he can see the screen better.
Yeah.
And I could get a chair and such. When they get a little older, it'd be. Also, I got a few errands to run and some other things like got set up. Like, well, for example, our place up at Fraser there, um, just with all the stuff going on and everything, but could have went and oh well, down to. Or are you emptying the grain truck, or do you have the grain cart?
It's over in the it's over on my side.
Okay, I guess I'll round. Thought emptying.
It's getting close to being ready to empty into the truck.
Well, when I got to the end, that's where we should. Well, uh, I'll probably fill it here, and then I'll probably empty the truck, and then I might put it at each end, and we can both dump in the truck, and then we don't have to. But anyway,
Roleplay says, I know what you mean about monitoring stuff. Only having one monitor. I did that for a long time. Does help if you do have two monitors.
here's the deal. Roleplay is. Oh, I gotta get in the combine. That's why I won't empty. No, and see, here's the thing. I always had dual monitors. I have two monitors. I have dual monitors in my garage hooked up there for when I stream projects and such. Of course, Chris knows what I got. Small monitor, kind of just a smallest everyday monitor, and then I have a TV essentially as the second monitor, and I have it mounted up. I have it mounted up where I can see it, so when I'm doing projects, I can see how. I'm gonna go empty the codes. Almost.
That semi has 3 compartments to it too. So
okay.
Just so you're aware, there's like a very small middle one.
Okay. But anyway, I've always had dual monitors on each PC. I mean, back in the VGA days, or DVI, I guess. VGA and DVI before HDMI came out. I either had a CRT, I had two CRTs, or a CRT and some sort of a flat panel deal or whatever. This is the first time I've not had dual monitors, but I have it's a curved. I think this is a 24-inch or something, 26. I don't know, pretty large enough, larger than I've ever had for just a standalone monitor. So yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's not like I don't know the benefits of it and my personal setup. It's just when I built this rig and all that, I wanted a DisplayPort monitor, and so this was kind of take this. Truck's about full, Chris, so it's like when you make another pass or get back, I'm going to put the crane cart at the other end, but when you make another pass, probably fill it up and you'll probably have to take it to town. But anyway, I wanted a DisplayPort monitor for this new build I did back in, this goes back to 2019, but and I just never bought a second one. I really like this one, and I just never bought a second monitor. Again, it's one of those, I don't think about it until I'm doing this, and it's like, oh, it'd be nice to have that second monitor. But it definitely would be nice for the video editing too, because I used to always like to put my preview and like some of my toolbars on that second monitor. But it's not a necessity, I guess. Honestly, I thought about just getting a, like a 19-inch or 20-inch. It's just a smaller monitor as that second monitor. Because again, I would just have the chat. I would maybe have some stats. Obviously, the OBS and such there to watch what's going on there. And I do have a second keyboard that I have macroed things to. I watched some YouTube videos on doing that, so I can just hit some keys on a second keyboard to change things.
My work computer, I made it. Well, they were offering us laptop users a second monitor, and I waited a little bit. I almost didn't get one, but I got like one of the last ones. I actually use it more as my main monitor and use the laptop monitor as my second.
Well, I can technically have 3 if I open the laptop, but I don't. But see, at home, I have to have that as my second monitor, and it's just, it's a 15-inch or whatever. Because like I said, it's nothing, work computer doesn't have to be anything super special as far as graphically. Okay, semi's full. And take that to 10. Oh, you brought the gonna leave it down there because I was gonna dump on either end.
Well, I had to unload mine.
Oh, you had to. Okay. Well, then I'm gonna dump the last bit in there.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I guess the little status bar. I guess I thought it didn't empty. Okay. There might be a little bit you can stuff.
Yeah, it's not quite fully. It's close, but.
Well, I just saw the blue. I didn't look at, said 0%, but the bar was. Thought I had like a. Big.
Now it's full. Alrighty.
That's the thing. At least they definitely made the picking corn realistic here. You big kernels. You fill up. I mean, you fill up fast.
We're also using base game, pretty much base game equipment. It's not like that map I've been playing, where I've got all this extra.
Yeah, but in real life, a field this long, you could probably only make a pass and a half, and your bin would be full with a combine line.
So, yes, I got all my paperwork filled out. I did get my. I think I got my commercials placed how I want to. I really want to do my commercials the way that I saw Average do them. He's got them spread out enough that when they go into them, they only play one at a time, and you barely notice that you're even gone. Because I know I've seen a lot of streamers, especially the Storm Chaser ones, where they play them all at once, and they just start talking about something exciting, and then it goes into commercial
Yeah.
ads for like
Well,
5 minutes, and
and
I hate that.
and that's the problem with on like YouTube in general with when you just have them auto and again I got over 500 some videos. I'm not gonna go auto place or manually place mid rolls or whatever. I mean, some videos I just turn the mid rolls off because I'm like I don't want people to get interrupted. Yes, I'm not maximizing the potential, but it's no, I got to think about a user experience thing. But
Yeah.
like on live streams or ones that I just have set to auto, it just decides. And like it does a decent job. Like if there's a natural break in the video, like my how-to stuff, it usually picks a reasonable place to put it. Um, but like on live stream stuff, at least for the arts,
What
now I
was
can now on live streams I have to manually place them, and like I don't usually do mostly because I forget to. Oh yeah, I should hit the button. But what you should do is sort of like if we were doing our more structured streams, podcast type thing, topic deal, we should have hard like kind of natural hard breaks, and that's when hit an ad, and then after these messages kind of thing. But
yeah. And I didn't get any of these. I guess they'd be stickers or whatever you want to call them, the emotes.
yeah.
I didn't download any of those that I had seen. I hadn't thought about that, but what I was gonna try and do before this weekend was get my Nightbot reprogrammed, and I didn't get that done.
Well, I slow and steady at this deal because again, there's a lot of like, I've been like with the YouTube side, there's a lot of things like like channel memberships. I go back and forth. I just turn it on and like, okay, it'll be just up to people. Just like, okay, I'm not probably gonna have time to do any sort of exclusive thing. Well, I could, just give shout outs, do the very bare minimum, and that's what some YouTubers do. But then it's like
Well, and that's a
even if somebody's like gonna do a dollar, like, well, I like that they added the thanks option because that's a one-time deal. You can give $1 once, and it's not like a perpetual thing. But like with channel memberships, there can be a time people could sign up like, oh, I want to give you $1 a month or something. Like, well, what if I'm not giving back $1's worth of content? I mean, I guess maybe I'm not thinking like, well, why should I care? But it's like, well, if I was spending that dollar, I'd want to make sure I'm going to get a regular upload, and I just can't commit to that kind of thing.
yeah. Well, I found some. I was looking around because I found out like so Twitch gave me one emote free.
I saw that.
But I was like, I got to thinking about it, and I was looking around, and I found some skull ones that I could get for free. It's a whole pack, and I was thinking about downloading them, but I didn't go. I haven't gone and done that yet, or messed around with that yet. And like I said, that the shoutouts are what I was more concerned about at the moment. And I have like roleplay and you programmed in on Nightbot currently, but if anybody else comes in the channel, there's a way I can reprogram Nightbot so that it shouts out anybody that comes into the channel.
Okay.
And that's kind of
that's
what I've been seeing a lot of Twitch
and that's with
do. So that's what I kind of wanted to do too.
And that's with using Streamlabs, right? Because
no, it's on Nightbot. You have to program the language in the Nightbot to do it. It's
well, what platform is doing? Is it a Twitch only? I thought it was through Streamlabs.
Well, it'll be on Twitch because my Nightbot only works with Twitch.
But is it an application that's running in the background?
Yeah, because I have to have Nightbot on whenever I stream.
Okay, so you start, and you can actually use Streamlabs, which is a version of OBS, and then you start Nightbot. It's not an extension for Streamlabs, I guess, or
No,
okay,
it's a separate. It's
its
like
own
Restream.
separate
It's
deal.
a
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
then I could see.
I've been
And look, you love Streamlabs, and I probably would too. I've just used this like the base OBS so long. I just know it, and Streamlabs they just tweaked enough that it's like I don't know where anything is.
yeah.
That's
Well,
like way trying to help you initially there. It's like I know what I'm looking for. It's just I don't know where it is. Or they call it something kind of different. It works the same. I mean, it works. It's doing the exact same thing. Okay, you can take off with.
yeah. I'm a little lost. I was just trying to figure out where I passed it. Well, and that's yeah. I'll like roleplay just said. It took him a while to get things sorted out, but I'll get there in the end, and I will. Like I said, I just wanted to accomplish one thing at a time, and like I figured the shoutouts are probably the more important thing at the moment. But I just didn't take the time to go do it this week.
See now that I got kind of in limbo there. I got another like model building project, so I didn't live stream the last one, but I should do this next one. Just to get back to that, because it's like my channel, like this is going on, of course, Twitch, and my second channel, which is just kind of a dumping ground for anything and everything. You know, my second channel, I started it or I signed up for it, started it, I guess you'd say, like, oh, maybe about a year after I started my main channel, but I didn't ever really use it. I kind of used it as another channel to watch and comment on other videos, and have it be like kind of separate. I mean, even its channel name, I mean, I've changed it, but it was just Temp Racing, which just literally stands for temporary racing. Like I didn't know you know what I wanted to do with it, but it's like, what, because at that time there was this big everybody, and this was in 2007, like these then big channels, well, that are still big now. The whole deal was have a second channel for all like your blogging and this and that and the other, and like big channels. It's like, and I'm talking big channels like at the time, like Smosh and, well, PewDiePie wasn't around yet, but Jack's Films was one, but um, oh, I'm trying to think of some other ones that go way back. They started second channels, but they basically abandoned them because their main channel, just took off. But now it's like, oh yeah, you should have multiple channels. You don't fracture your audience and all this stuff. But it's like, Jesus Christ, I can only create content for one. I can barely get enough content out for one channel and enough too.
Yeah.
That's why the band thing was on my second channel, because it's like, not that I care to have it hidden or anything, because it's not like there's super sensitive information there, or not revealing stuff.
Speaking of the band thing, I was trying to think.
But it's just like, it's not something for my main channel, so it's like, okay, I'll dump it over here, and then people who like you who are in it and would care and whatever can watch it, and then randos, if they come across it, I guess, but they can share the link around and whatever, and it's not hurting my main channel.
Yeah, I was trying to think who was Jennifer Hickey in our band. I can't remember.
Oh boy, I can't remember either. Maybe, but
It seems like she was, but I can't remember what she played, or was it, or what.
yeah, see, that's it. Um,
Because I was trying to think of who I could share it with, and it's like, well,
but you know,
I
there's
think of
people
a
that were watching,
few, but
like there was people that are watching it and commenting on it, that weren't in that year, that specific year, but they were in that era of it. So I mean, even if she wasn't, it's it's something she would have remembered of,
yeah,
that. Oh, Alma had a band, even if
I think she was, but I can't quite remember. That was
yeah,
a long time ago.
either either she might have played drums or she might have been like a
I
trumpet.
was thinking she was like a wind instrument, like I.
Woodwinds, well, maybe clarinet. But see, I would think I would remember her distinctly because, again, us woodwinds, we were always grouped together. So
Yeah.
I just remember, uh, like Sarah Cole, and that's when I got in because she's way
We're
older than
role play. We're talking about. We used to be in band together in high school, and he uncovered a video from one of the
marching band. We
marches.
we were
Yeah,
we were in a we were in a pretty well. We won a lot of competitions. I mean,
yeah.
top, and we were a relative. I mean, we were big compared to what they are now, but um, we were a relatively small band that competed at a pretty high level. And
Well, and what the crazy thing was like I can remember thinking it's like if we didn't get like a superior or something somewhere, it was like, what is going on, because it was just like so easy. We just showed up
we
and it
showed up, and well, I
it
don't
was
I don't
pretty.
know I don't know if you noticed, but Ritter contacted me, um like, hey, could you send me a copy of the tape? I'm like, just watch it on YouTube. Or I gave it, actually what I did is I actually linked him to a site where he can just download the video, and then he can have it on a thumb drive or however he can show it in class and stuff, because that's what he wanted to do. He's like but he made a comment of, like, they don't, like, the band doesn't get to do either parades or this parade, or I didn't exactly understand, but
Oh,
it sounds like
I
they don't
see.
go to,
I see them at Stanford, and I figured they still did Harvest of Harmony,
but maybe
but
they
they
don't do
don't. The
Star
tele
City and
the
stuff.
Well, I don't think they do Star City. I don't even know if they still have Star City.
Oh, that parade doesn't go anymore?
I don't know.
God, that
I
parade, I
haven't.
thought had been around, when we were doing it, it'd been around for 20 years. uh
Okay, well, I'm back with the truck finally. I don't know where
okay,
you're
well,
at.
I'm unloading. Like I said, we need to and keep the grain cart at this end, because I can't make a full 2 passes. But anyway, well, okay, then that maybe means what I just figured. Star
I
City.
think they only do like, I think there's still, I think that Minden Band Fest is still going. And I think now what they do is that there's a UNK does a band day. I think it's the week of homecoming or whatever in the fall,
Oh, okay.
and then I think they still have Harvest of Harmony. I guess I don't know anymore. Because they had a problem with Harvest of Harmony a few years ago about it. Oh, it was a copyright issue. The songs that the bands were playing
Huh.
could possibly be copyrighted, so they
Well,
cannot play them on TV.
they are. Well, yes, but yes, that's technically. But well, and I don't know. I guess you wouldn't say it's transformative. Yes, I mean, that's what's stupid about just this world. And I mean, more, it's, maybe not you so much, but I mean, I know it all too well from this YouTube and Twitch space. But it's just like, come on, you know, like. But again, they are playing ads, so they are benefiting. I don't know. It's just I see it. I definitely see it both ways, but it's kind of like it's almost they're playing excerpts of it, so it's not like you're. I mean, we could go into whole discussion, and I could give my opinions
Yeah.
on why I think it would be okay for the TV to broadcast it, but I could also give you why I can tell why the potential owners wouldn't want it. But yeah, I guess we'll not go down that road. But that's kind of silly that after all these years, I mean, you think about how long broadcast media has been around, and Macy's Day Parade for one thing. Okay, I guarantee you, all the little affiliates that from the inception of the Macy's Day Parade, I can't believe that they went out and talked to everybody that was going to march and potentially play music or play music with their float or whatever. It isn't even bands, and then go to the appropriate rights holder, and say, hey, we're going to broadcast the parade, and they're going to we might play up to 20 seconds of your work. Is that okay? I can't believe they were getting, unless they were, of course, at that level, they probably are just paying for like like a blanket license to BMG and MCA and all the other ones that
Well,
exist.
but you gotta think about, like, Macy's is a little bit different because, like, on the floats, a lot of the bands that made that
I
music
guess it's
are
not
on
it's
the
not so
floats.
much Macy's. It'd be the main ABC. Let's say it's ABC. I don't even know who broadcasts it, but ABC.
Well,
And then
actually,
they're shitting it
both
out
of
to
them do now, but all of them do now. They just pick different spots on the parade, and there's, whatever the main one is gets a good spot,
But
and then everybody else has
But
to
here's the
take.
deal. I guess it's now I'm being naive. It's probably just like how radio stations, they just pay a blanket license to all the major, like record companies or that manage the rights holders, and then they can just do whatever they want with this finite library. But like, for example, okay, that might not be a good example, but I'm just going to use him as an example because he's probably with a very small private label. But Luke Mills, for example, uh, not that they play his style of music on the Fox out here, but I guarantee you the Fox might not have a licensing deal with whoever owns or manages his licenses for his work. So technically they probably wouldn't or couldn't legally play his work. They just wouldn't choose to because they don't have a deal work. And that's probably the problem with the TV thing. But the thing is, though, is like Harvest to Harmony or Star City, it was KOLGN, which was what was that? Was that an NBC affiliate or CBS? Probably CBS. But
It was
anyway,
CBS.
you'd think that being a CBS affiliate, they would have access to those licensing contracts. So if, like, we played Winter Wonderland, I don't know if that's in the public domain or not, but if somebody owns some entity owns the rights, it should be covered under that licensing agreement for broadcast. But here's the thing: it's a derivative of original work. Now, granted, it's not transformative necessarily. I wouldn't think it would fall under that for fair use, but being it's a derivative and it's a and it's an interpretation, a derivative of the original work, plus they have the license, it seems like it would be more of a deal where like, while, like I said, we don't own the exclusive rights to play it, we can play it because they have licensed the sheet music for people to download, print, and all that stuff. So, like, it's okay for us to play it. It was okay for us to play it. So same with broadcasting, and it's not like broadcast is playing the whole song, so it's drawing attention to the original work, which means it should in theory, drive traffic to, oh, I want to hear the original. What is the original Winter Wonderland? Somebody might go potentially buy the record to, at that time, buy the record. Or in this case, go to Spotify, and where Spotify's paying licensing deals. So, kind of everybody wins. I mean, everybody gets a cut, I guess. Is that's theoretically how it should work. Is you can play it. It's just you just don't want to play it in its entirety, unedited, all that. I mean, I'm no lawyer. I know there's more intricacies to it, but in general, by playing the music, you're drawing attention, or doing your interpretation of it. You're drawing attention to the original work, theoretically driving traffic to the original creator or the original work. And that's, I mean, some people argue it's like, well, no, maybe they'll just listen to your version and never go find the original, and then that guy loses out. Well, yeah, that's gonna happen. But that's why we have copyright laws, like fair use law, or fair use guidelines. To shut down the whole TV and just not do the parade over, just because some song
Well, I
might.
don't think they shut it down, but like what they did was they won't play the bands anymore. They just do the floats and stuff.
Well, and here's and okay, and to me that's sort of that's the thing. Work out a licensing deal with the music company, TV station, or the affiliates. Somehow should work out a deal. I mean that's the deal with cable. They work out a deal to rebroadcast local TV. I mean that's why local TV loves cable, because they make the most on cable, just rebroadcasting a free product. And that's why it's ad supported too. That's why over the air TV is ad supported. But it's like that's to me a short sighted decision on the affiliate to knock out the bands, because that's, I don't know, a parade, unless it's like classic cars or something, or like something creative like the floats that are made with flowers and all that stuff. It's an art display, I guess. That's the reason you tune into a parade, is to watch like the bands, the art part of it. I could care less about watching, landmark John Deere drive a tractor through the parade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or some miss miss Betsy Crocker riding in the back of a convertible waving to everybody. I'm not watching a parade for that. I don't know. Seems like that's a good way to just basically drop your viewership, is eliminate the main thing that most people watch parades for, is like the bands, or or like said, the unique floats, the ones that aren't just advertised.
I was trying to think. Oh, I just because we used to go to the mall after we got done with the parade, and I was trying to think. I remember one year we went to the Hastings Mall, and I was trying to think of why we went to the Hastings Mall, but now it just dawned on me. We went to the Hastings Mall after the Minden Parade.
That's that's why. Because I do remember that time. I was like that, and I was always saying it was Harvest of Harmony, but no.
No, because we always stayed in Grand Island when we did that one.
But anyway.
Yeah, it was. It's just kind of a memory. I was just thinking about it. It's like, I know we went to the Hastings Mall as a band. I'm like, why did we do that? And it just finally dawned on me. It's like, oh, it's because we did Minden, and after Minden we went and did that, because that's kind of what we did. That was our thing to do.
Well, anyway, way back to the station, rendered copy away on YouTube. Up on, I know they have projectors stuff nowadays. Show them, but I also gave him a kind of a link and some basic. Go to this site. I mean, there's a billion of them. Some are more sketchy than in general. It's like, this is one I use. Here, paste the link in here. Wait like 10 seconds. It'll give you like a button say download here. Download. And having a couple minutes if you want it, like an actual.
Yeah.
And I know, I guess I got to remember, it's like he's old now, so he probably doesn't even realize that. It probably didn't even dawn on him to like, oh, go to. Well, the school could block you. That could be the reason why. I totally understand. Probably didn't know, oh, you can just. But, but I gotta remember, it's like he's old. Like people don't seem to understand, You want to know how to do something? But asking, ask the internet. Ask Google.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful about that too, because
Well,
there's a lot of bad information there.
Well, yes, I mean with the
You gotta
caveat,
take it.
you still. Well, here's the thing: you can't. Well, but you can get bad information from friends too. But gotta. I mean, you still can't. It's like you gotta have your critical brain on. But it's like you're talking about Nightbot. Well, I mean, I'm gonna probably Google that and read some forums and watch some YouTube videos on what I should do if I want to get that set up. I mean, that's how I'm gonna figure that out. I mean, yeah, I can ask you, but I'm gonna get the basics down first, and then like, okay, I'm having a specific problem with this. I'm gonna ask you because you're going to like, oh yeah, I did this, rather than have you just walk me through. Oh, do this, do that, do this. I'll find that on the internet.
That's what I did, and I'm not any expert in Nightbot. I just barely have it running, but
anyway. Well, I suppose after this, I'm gonna get this done, or row done here.
All right.
Empty, and then I better go. I'm getting a little hungry. Get breakfast started. Talking. And we gotta go. I better actually. But empty this and park it. You can keep rolling or whatever you want to do. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll
we got a good chunk. Make some. There we go. Oops. Oh yeah, you can't get. There. Okay, there it's working. But I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna get. Gonna have to. Got quite a bit to go. Got a quarter of it done. Guess you started before.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh, I don't know.